You are tuned in to Kids
in the Pit.
Hey guys,
Got
it's
it.
Dave from the Kids in the Pit podcast. Today I'm joined by Melvin from the legendary punk band NOFX. Thanks so much for doing this.
You're welcome, Gabe. How are you?
I'm doing good. So
Cool.
okay,
Cool.
So what do you do in NOFX?
I play guitar. I sing some. I do my mel yell some. I play the accordion for one song.
The accordion? I didn't know there's an accordion in a NOFX song.
Just one song. Oh yeah, cool. Already we're learning something here. Cool.
Yep. What song do you play accordion in?
It's called Theme from a NoFX album.
Okay. Cool.
And I don't know which album that is. Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And anybody listening to this podcast will be like, I know. Why doesn't Eric Melvin know?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So what year did NOFX start, and have you always been a member?
Yes. Yeah. So we have a book that actually says quite a bit about this. Our book is called The Hepatitis Bathtub. And it tells a lot of the stories of our childhoods and how we got together and stuff. But I'll just say right now that I went to Fairfax High School and was into punk rock music, and there was like kind of a small group of us. I know this isn't exactly what you asked, but I'm going to tell the story around it. And there was a bunch of us that just sat in like the corner of the quad at like lunch and stuff. And some of the older punkers, they had a band. And I said to this kid, Dylan, who was like my age, we're like the young punkers. I said, why don't we start our own band? He was like, okay. Because I knew that he was a drummer. And he said, I know a guy named Mike. I'll call him and let's meet at my parents' house like on Saturday. And I said, okay.
And
so
that's Fat Mike?
Yeah. That was Fat Mike. Yeah, that was years before he was fat. And yeah, but which is another story, of course. They're all stories. And we had our first rehearsal. Mike and I like hit it off very well. We seemed to like each other very much. I mean, we did, and we started like listening to music together. I'd go to his house. He had records. He had his own. He had a radio station. He hosted like an hour of a radio station at his high school at the time. And then that kid who was the drummer named Dylan told me like a week later, like, I don't really think I want to be in a band. And we're like, okay. So then Mike said, I know a guy I can call. And that was Eric Sandin. So really our first rehearsal as NOFX was actually Eric Sandin, Fat Mike, and myself.
Nice. So was that in California?
And about 4 years into it, we decided to add a second guitar player for more dynamics and somebody who could play leads, which I wasn't very good at yet. Yep. And then, and then we replaced that guy with another guy. Then we replaced that guy with El Jefe.
Nice. So was that in California?
Yeah, Los Angeles is where we started.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do all you still live there?
Oh man, we've been together for 40 years.
Yep.
Let's see. After a few years, Mike moved to San Francisco to go to college, and our drummer Eric Sandin moved to San Francisco. A lot of stories there, but then he moved to Santa Barbara and I moved to Santa Barbara. So for a little while, when we first added our second guitar player, Smelly and I lived in Santa Barbara and Mike lived in San Francisco. Then at some point he stayed in San Francisco. I moved back to LA. Then I moved to San Francisco. Anyway, LA, San Francisco, mostly.
So you guys all still live in California?
Yeah, I live near San Diego. Where are you?
So we're on the opposite side of the U.S. We might be like almost parallel with San Francisco. We live in Delaware.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What's Delaware like?
I mean, there's Wilmington, which is just like the biggest city.
Uh-huh.
That's like an out. That's We're like an hour from Philly and Baltimore. There's
Oh,
also
okay. Okay.
like way down south, which is like an hour south in Delaware.
Uh,
Um, there's like a few beaches which are cool.
like what? What's a town or whatever?
They have Rehoboth Beach, Bethany Beach. Yeah, there's a few beaches. They have
Where do bands play when they come around you? Like
um
Philadelphia, obviously, DC,
so
obviously.
yes, but I mean sometimes, rarely, people will play at like the Queen. It's like a big, so that's I'd say that's probably like 1,000 cap venue in Wilmington. People
Oh,
don't come around there much, but sometimes they will. So
cool.
have you
Great.
guys ever
And
played
then you have
Delaware?
Philly. Um, let's see. Well, I know we've been to Philadelphia, we've been to DC, we've been maybe somewhere south of you. I'm trying to think. Did you say Wilmington?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
yeah? But you're in Wilmington, what? Delaware,
yeah, Wilmington, Delaware.
right? We've been to Wilmington, Virginia. We've been a lot
Yeah.
of places. I
There's
don't
Wilmington,
remember
North
them all.
Carolina. I know that.
Oh, okay.
It was probably there.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Cool.
my favorite NoFX song is Bob. Do you have a favorite NoFX song to play? And what song do you suggest people not familiar with the band look up?
Oh, well, an easy answer that'll answer both questions would be The Decline.
Yep.
We have a song called The Decline that's, depending on if we're playing it live or you're listening to the record, it's 16 to 18 minutes long. It's a very long song.
But yeah, it's
Um,
one song, right?
it's sorry, the
It's
phone cut out.
so yeah, it's one song. It's a single, right?
It's one song. It's one song that's
And it's
yeah,
18 minutes. That's
it's
crazy.
18 minutes long. Yeah, it is crazy. It's it's really fun to play. It's fun. There's a lot of different parts. There's sort of like a central theme that runs through the whole thing. Um, a lot of tempo changes and stuff. It is in a way like four different songs kind of mixed in
So
together, but it's not.
yeah.
And then that would be, maybe if I were to say to somebody who's never heard us before, I might say, look for a song called The Decline and listen to that because it's, I'd say one of our what's the word, crown jewels or something. It's like one of our greatest achievements.
Yeah.
Except that it's so long. It's a very long song, and I wouldn't want to you know, a new person who doesn't know NoFX, they may not like it that much, and after 40 seconds they turn it off.
Yeah,
The song's got a lot to go after that.
definitely.
Yeah.
So when you guys recorded that, did you guys like record drums or guitar like all the way through? Or did you do like multiple takes
For
on
The Decline,
yeah,
you
like
mean, or any song?
on the decline? Did you like record what like 18 minutes of drums or did you split it up or something?
I think I seem to remember, gosh, it was a long time ago now. I think we kind of broke it up into like three general sections, and we had like a set list that was the song so we could remember, because
Crazy.
when we first started playing it, it was still like new and trying to remember everything. So we had like names for the parts, each part, and we had like a set list so we could remember it. And then sometimes when you record, you want it to be like the best representation of what you could do. Like if you played it 100 times, there would be some of those times where a part of the song would have been way better than the other times. So you kind of like splice some of those together with recording technology. You can listen to part of the recording, and then you can just start recording in the middle, play along, record that bit, and then stop recording again. So you've sort of like re-recorded little parts
Yep.
over. And you can do that with all the instruments. Of course, I'm explaining this like you're a little kid who doesn't know recording, but you probably do.
Yeah.
So we do that all the time. We're like, oh, that sounded really great when we did that, but let's make the accent like a little more sharp and have a gap after. So we'll sort of re-record a part of that. We'll do that with the guitars, basses, everything,
Yep.
all the time.
Speaking of like recording, so I've recorded like covers of bands. So I've done three. There's this like ska punk band. They're pretty small. They're called Keep Flying. I recorded one of their songs. Do you know Gorilla Biscuits?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yep. I played Good Intention. I did Good Intentions. Do you know the band Hatebreed? They're really heavy. Yep.
Totally.
I did their song Kill an Addict, and I played all the instruments and I sung on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool. You recorded this yourself?
Yeah, I recorded it in my basement.
Oh,
I just did it with Reaper.
cool. With what?
With Reapers. You know the program Reaper?
Oh, I don't know that one. It's a
Yeah.
recording. It's recording software.
Yep. And it's
The
free.
DAW.
After a certain amount of time you have to pay for it, but it's free for like the first 60 days, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
A
really
lot
cool.
of those recording softwares, the DAWs, the digital audio workstations, they have like a light version that you can use for free, but you just
Yeah.
don't get like their samples, or don't get certain I forget, upgrades.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. So you like Reaper? You
Yeah,
know how
it's
to
really
use it
fun.
now? Oh, yeah, cool.
Yep.
So
And
how'd
then
that turn out?
sound pretty cool. We can send one to we can send one to your we can email you one.
Yeah,
And
email me one. Yeah, I'd
yep.
like to hear it.
Yeah.
Cool. Are
Uh
so you play
yeah.
instruments?
I play bass, guitar, vocals, and I kind of do trumpet and trombone.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
That's great. I would say I kind of play guitar, even though I've been doing it for 45 years.
Yep. Oh wait, did I say
It's now
drums? Did I
you
say that
did. I don't
play
think you
drums?
did say drums.
Yeah, I play drums too.
Yeah, I
I
was wondering you'd have to play drums, although to record that, but you know, I don't have a drum set here. I just use a drum machine and samples on my computer.
Yep.
That's how I record. And then, yeah, and I got a mic. Where's my mic? Oh, I lost my mic.
Oh.
I do all my stuff right here. Mostly,
Wow.
not all of it. Oh, here's one. Microphone.
Nice.
Rode. I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Yep. Microphone.
Guitar. There's a guitar over there.
Yep. So you
This
just use
got a
that's the drum machine.
DJ
It has
mixer.
it's cool.
Sorry?
I
The
said
drum
that's
machine?
cool.
Yeah, it's my digital mixer. My DJ controller.
Yep. So do you play bass too?
I can.
Yep.
I can. Yeah. Because it's not exactly, but not that dissimilar from a guitar.
Yep, it's similar. I played bass for a whole set with my dad's band. Because their bass player couldn't make it. They opened up for Sick of It All.
Your
That was
dad's band open up for singing.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That was
How long was the set? How many songs did you have to know?
it's like a 30-minute set. So I think like probably maybe 7 songs or something. They only have two
Cool.
7 inches out. So
Wow. How
yep.
did you learn all that? How did you learn 7 songs?
So I figured them out by ear, and parts I couldn't learn, I just like asked them.
Okay.
So
And
yeah.
it was not hard for you to remember when you were
Yeah, not
playing
really.
live? You probably heard them a few times, huh?
Yeah, I've heard them a lot.
Your dad's band, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that's what it is for me. I kind of like know, I remember how the song goes.
Mhm.
I don't have to remember so much because I just kind of like, I don't have to remember the parts.
Yeah.
Because I kind of remember how the song goes.
Yep. So I've been getting into your band a lot lately, and I'm really excited to see you guys in Orlando in a few weeks, even though it'll likely be the one and only time I ever see you guys play since you're breaking up. Yep.
Yeah, we're not exactly breaking up though. We're just not going to tour anymore.
Oh.
We're not going to play live anymore. Yeah, I know. It seems like somehow that I don't know, people, the press kind of like took it and went in the wrong direction with it. But maybe we weren't clear with it either, which is a very NOFX thing to do, to be not very clear about what our intentions are.
So you're still recording stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Will you
Yeah.
guys like play like local fests and stuff or something?
No, no,
Oh,
no
oh,
more live shows. No more live shows.
well,
NOFX won't be
good
touring
thing there'll
anymore.
still be recording and stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
What do you got? What's next, Gabe?
So for Halloween this year, I'm gonna be a monosyllabic girl, and I have a wig and like a skirt. So, what is your favorite monosyllabic word that is appropriate to share with an 11-year-old?
Oh, wow. That's appropriate. Poop.
Yep, mine is
Is that
probably fart.
monosyllabic?
Yeah, it's
Fart.
monosyllabic, one syllable.
Yeah. Except I wondered, and when I said it, it kind of came out as poop. And I thought, oh, that almost sounds like it's two syllables, but it's not.
Poop.
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 I like that we're saying poop.
It's funny. So, did you guys
So
really
then you'd have to rhyme with poop.
poop?
I mean, if you were to
Poop?
incorporate it into the lyric. Yeah. What rhymes with poop?
Scoop?
Scoop. Scoop. I
Poop.
was thinking stoop.
Stoop.
Stoop. And then
Like
it was
short
just,
version of stupid. Stoop.
yeah, that's the first half of stoop id.
Yeah. So did you guys really have a dog named Bob that peed on your floor?
I think Mike knew somebody back in 1989 when he was living in a share house. Sorry, my phone keeps ringing. When he lived in a share house in San Francisco, I think he knew somebody who had a dog named Bob who peed on the floor.
Funny.
So yeah, I changed it to pee instead of piss
Yep.
because I'm
I
talking
have
to
a
a
dog
kid.
named Clark with me right here. He's down here. He's not he. I don't think he's gonna come up, but yeah, I have a dog with
Yeah.
me right here.
What breed of dog?
He's a here.
It's a real live dog, right?
Yes, he's a
Oh,
dog.
not a stepped in.
Hey. Okay.
Oh, there you go, buddy.
He's
What's up, little fella?
he's nervous. He's a schnauzer.
Yeah,
Hey, Cookie, say hi. Yeah.
that's right, buddy.
Yep.
We all get nervous sometimes, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Okay, take Clark back. He gets like
Thanks,
really
Mom.
nervous sometimes. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Thumbs up from Mom. Yeah,
Yep.
the dog, you can tell when the dog's nervous. What's his name again?
Sometimes he's like
Oh, really?
Clark.
Clark.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Clark gets nervous. All right. Well, go ahead. Next question. I saw you look over there. Yeah, I
Yep.
kind of go like
So,
this.
do you know the band do you know the band Shadows Fall? They're like they're like a metallic hardcore band.
I've heard of them, but I don't know their music.
So I interviewed the singer Brian, and he has like 5 foot long dreads that he's been growing since 1993. How long have you been growing yours?
I've had dreadlocks since 1986,
Yep.
maybe 1987, somewhere around there. But I used to cut them all the time because I didn't really like them to be so long. And then, I went at first I let them grow. And then when they got really long, I was like, no, this is like a pain in the neck, literally. So I started cutting them shorter and shorter. And then I liked them kind of short and like they'd kind of like stick out a little more. And then the last few years, I was just like, I'm just gonna let them grow for a while and see how that goes. And that's been fun, except now they're so long that they actually cover my guitar when I play. So like I'll be like playing and I can hear in my inner monitors, I'm like, God, my guitar sounds weird. And I look down and the dread maybe is like right like under the strings, between the strings
Like
and like
muting it almost.
the pickup. Yeah, I'm muting it. And I'm like, that's why you just hear like, so I'm about to I almost got him cut today. Actually, I was going to go see a friend of mine. This one's about to kind of cut itself.
Yeah. So
I do need about that much cut off. Actually, that's about how much the strings are covered.
Wow. Couldn't you just put them behind the guitar though?
Yeah, but they fall forward.
True.
I also, for a little while, I'd like flip them and I'd kind of pinch them under my armpit and play, but that like got really hard to do. It's hard to like play guitar with your arm pinched at your side.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so what was the
Because
first?
also when when you play guitar, sometimes live, you kind of lean forward and look down, and then they just
Yep.
fall down. So
Mhm.
yeah, they have a
Yeah.
mind of their own.
So what was the first punk or metal show you attended, and how old were you?
I was not old enough to drive, but I was close. So I think about 15. I wonder what year that was. It was I remember what the flyer looks like. I still actually have I've seen it lots. It was like a very famous. I think it was the very first time the Bad Brains came to play in LA.
Oh, yeah.
So it would have been about
Awesome.
1981,
Wow.
maybe 82. Maybe. And I had a good friend who was an older punker who had a driver's license in his own car and a girlfriend. And he said, hey, we're going to go see, it was Bad Brains, Bad Religion, The
Bad
Lewd, and
Religion.
Jodie Foster's Army.
Wait, my first show was Bad Religion.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Uh, actually, where I'm going to see you guys, in Orlando, Florida. So
Oh, wow.
because we go to Disney World every year, and like
Cool.
it
Love
was just
Disney
the same
World.
time.
Oh,
So,
wow, cool. Was it that House of Blues there?
yeah, no, in
Oh,
Universal Studios, I think. I don't know if no Hard Rock something.
oh, is it the Hard Rock
Wait, that's
Hotel or
where you
Cafe?
guys are playing, right? Hard Rock Live in Orlando.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
You think I would know, huh? Let me look and see. You would think I would know some of this stuff.
I'm not sure, but it was the Hard Rock Live in Universal Studios.
Okay, cool. Let me see if I can find it. Not that it's that important. I have all this
Can't
information.
find it. It's fine. We don't.
Okay. Central Florida Fair is what my phone says.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
But I seem to remember at Disney World, right
yep.
next to
In
Disney World,
Orlando.
is in Orlando. There's a House of Blues there. I thought
Oh,
anyway that we played a
maybe.
few times. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Um. So, what are some of your favorite bands to see live?
Bad Religion, definitely.
Yep. Same.
Yep. I just love them and I love the people in the band. Let's see, who else? I mean, I love the Circle Jerks, but uh like the I'm so stoked that they started playing again. They started touring just the last, what was
That's
it? Has it been
um.
the 2 years
I
now?
saw them with the Descendants in
Oh,
Stroudsburg, PA. That was
oh
really
my
cool.
gosh. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I love the Descendants too. Um, wow, a lot of bands I like to see play live. I can't even think of them all. But how about that for now?
Yep. So, what is your favorite place to
Pennywise.
tour
Oh
in?
yeah, Pennywise.
Oh yeah, Pennywise is awesome.
Definitely, right?
Yep. So, what is your favorite place you've toured in,
Like country, what country to go to?
or city? Just like.
Uh-huh. Okay. I like going to Europe a lot. I
Mhm.
really enjoy being in Europe. I like going to Australia as well, but I like going to Europe a lot. And some of those cities are hundreds and hundreds of years old,
Yeah.
like Amsterdam or
Mhm.
Prague. And really
Cool.
like being around all that old architecture and yeah, churches and castles and
Yeah.
cities built on rivers.
Um.
It's really cool to me.
So I went to Prague for like a vacation. We also saw some bands there. That was really
Mm.
cool. It's an awesome city. Like that's my favorite city on earth.
Oh wow,
Like
yeah,
that I've
cool.
been to so far. I've only been to North America and Europe so far.
Okay. You've been to
Yep.
Canada? Is that why you said North
No, I
America?
haven't
You've
been
been
to
to Canada?
Canada, just
Oh, okay.
US and
Uh,
stuff in Europe.
yeah, cool. Yeah,
Yep.
I love going to Europe. We went
Mhm.
our first time, I think it was like 87, maybe it was 87. And
Wow.
yeah, it was amazing. You know, we got to tour there when we just were in a van, sharing a van with another band. And then and sleeping in like youth hostels and squats and playing all these very small places. So we kind of got to experience, you know, many levels of what it's like to be in Europe over the
Yep.
years.
So wait, so what year did you guys start?
83.
Nice. Oh yeah, so 40
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so now for like a silly question. Is
Okay.
cereal soup?
Is cereal soup?
Yes. And if so, or why not?
You know,
Uh,
like the like inclusionist in me wants to say, yeah, anything can be anything it wants to be. If cereal wants to be soup, it can be soup. But I think just being, you know, the like, I don't know, the discernist in me is like says no. Soup is cooked things, I
okay.
think. And to me, it's like gazpacho. I don't even know if that's can be considered. I don't think it is considered soup because it's
Yep.
cold, but it is cooked and then it's cold, I think.
But also, you could make soup that's not cooked. It'd still be soup, right? Just not cooked soup.
Oh, I want to say yes because you know I like to say yes, but what? Well, give me an example. What would be in a soup that's not cooked?
I mean, if you just don't cook the ingredients, would it still be soup, or would it just be
I think soup has to be like a flavored liquid, and I guess that's why that could be. So that could be milk
yeah?
and whatever the grains that are the cereal,
Yep.
but I don't think
So
so. I think
I'm
it
not
has to
sure.
be like a flavored broth.
Hmm.
And if you just put like, let's say, carrots and raw chicken in water, you can't call that soup.
True. So
So putting, yeah, grains in milk, I don't think you
yep.
can call it soup unless
Yeah.
you want to.
Yeah, I see both sides. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I want to say like sort of like philosophically, yes, practically, no.
yep. So do you have kids? And if so, how old are they?
4 kids. My firstborn Eli, he's 12 now. He's actually about to turn 13 in a couple of weeks. He's in 7th grade. Ian is my next born. He's 9 and he's in 4th grade. And then I have twin daughters, identical twin daughters, Ivy and Phaedra. They're 6 years old,
Nice.
six and a half. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They're in 1st grade. They just started 1st grade.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot of school, a lot of different schools going on, little different schedules, different types of math. Oh my gosh, I love the way schools teach math now. It's so different than the way I learned it, but I sort of did it the way in my own head. I did it in those days the way they teach it now. You know, blocks and groups and things like that for math. Although my son Eli is now doing probability, which is like, I'm like, wait a minute. Now my 12-year-old is going to teach me math.
Yep. So do your kids like punk rock?
They like all kinds of music. You know, it's funny because when we drive in the car, because the girls are a little young, so we listen to like a lot of sing-along stuff. Um, that's a little slower and calmer than most punk rock is. So we don't listen to that. And then when if the boys and I are doing like a road trip or whatever, we like to listen to audiobooks. And we listen to a lot of different audiobooks. We listen to The Lord of the Rings a few times actually all the way through. I mean, it takes like, you know, on a drive, let's say you do the same drive a couple times a week, it can take like months to listen to the Lord of the Rings all the way through. But like this narrator is like a world-class, like award-winning narrator. He's got an amazing voice. So it's like also kind of calming and nice to listen to, and it's just like a great way to experience the story, because you kind of like it's given to you because it's a voice telling you, reading it to you, but you still have to kind of like use your imagination to be like, oh yeah, climbing up Mount Doom. That sounds awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. And then also what's kind of cool is this, we've listened to The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is, you know, genius, but also very funny, very funny. But words that like we normally wouldn't use, but you hear it and you kind of like the kids, we talk about it sometimes, like, what does that mean? And they kind of understand from the context, but they don't have to worry about actually trying to read it in a book because it's not a book they would normally read, themselves.
So we do some audiobooks too, mostly like punk rock ones. So Greg Graffin's new book and the Sick of It All book. Yeah, we've
And the
listened
what after Graffin?
to
What book?
Sick of It All. They have
Oh
like
yeah. Oh, I didn't know they have a book. Wow.
yeah, they have an
Cool.
audiobook. Um, the
Uh,
Lou and Pete, they both like voice they did it and it was really
uh,
cool. They narrated it.
and what narrated it?
Yeah, they narrated it and like wrote
Oh,
it and everything. So
oh yeah. Pete and Lou.
mm,
Yeah, that's cool. I gotta check that out. I
yeah,
love those guys.
I think it's
They're
called
so good live. They're
Blood,
so,
Sweat, and No Tears. That's I know that's one of the first albums, but I'm pretty sure the book is called that too.
oh yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That's
I've
awesome.
seen Sick of It All a ton since like we're really good friends with them. We see them like whenever they're in the area, we'll see them.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, they're so great and great people.
They're awesome.
Right. Yeah.
So like I think a week ago or so, we were in uh we were like on the road with them. Um and Lou like was sick. He couldn't sing. So they were gonna
Uh-huh.
cancel their Fort Wayne show. But we had like tons of people like chipped in and like one person sung a few songs, one person sung another songs, I mean a few more songs. And I sung Take the Night Off and
Did you?
I also sung
And
Rat Pack.
wow.
So that
Cool.
was
How
awesome.
was that? Tell me
Awesome.
more.
Um
Yeah.
I I'll send you the videos. But
Cool.
I feel bad for Lou that he was sick, but I'm glad that he was sick in a way
Yeah.
because like I could sing, but for
Yeah.
him, for me, I'm happy. For him, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That's cool. Have those same feelings at the same time.
Yeah.
Seemingly opposite feelings.
So if you could tell your 11-year-old self anything at all, what would you tell him?
Hmm. I have thought about this quite a bit actually over the years, but I haven't thought about it recently. Huh. It's funny because I would first thing that comes to mind is you know, something like you're all right, you know, trust in yourself and, you know, keep going, something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's good stuff. But also in a way, some of the things that happened to me because I didn't know those things might have taught me that same lesson in a more lasting way.
Mhm.
So like, it's like one thing for somebody to tell you something. I guess me telling myself, hopefully my 11-year-old self would trust me more than, than anything, have ultimate trust in myself. But, if somebody tries to tell you something, impart some knowledge to you, that's great. But when you sort of like learn it for yourself or figure out whatever that same lesson is yourself is a totally different thing.
Yep.
So that's what I was kind of thinking, like in a way, I don't know. I don't know if I'd have anything to say. I might just, I don't know. I guess it's
You can skip the question if you don't know.
no, it's all right. It's I like you know, the provoking of the thoughts. Thanks.
Yep.
Next question.
All right. Well, anything to add before we wrap it up?
Hmm. So you play instruments. Do you play in a band, or do you
Uh,
have like your own band?
so
Do you write your own music?
well, kind of. Me and my friends are starting like a crossover like thrash band. Um,
Cool.
so I'm doing vocals and I'll play guitar. I'll play guitar if like the other guitarist is doing like a solo. Yeah, we only have like one song so far and it has like half lyrics, but this we're working on a second one. So
Cool.
yep.
Great. Yeah, I think that's great. I think it's
Yep.
important to like do something if you want to, and don't be afraid of those voices that are saying like, oh, I can't do that, or all these other people have a band or they write music. I can't do that. I think it's just like if you want to do it, you should just do it, work hard at it, and always like learning or teaching yourself to do something new. A person has to be willing to start from not knowing, how to do it
Yep.
to learning how to do it. You just kind of
And
got to.
I also fill in for my dad's band whenever they need someone, like I was mentioning earlier when I played bass.
Mm, mm.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yep. So
Awesome.
thanks to Eric for joining me today, and thanks to all you for watching or listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Until next week, bye.
Bye. Thanks, Gabe. Bye, everybody.